Okay, here I've prepared a few different layouts that may suit different needs, just for fun, and we'll go through and dissect the different elements that build them up, and how you can do the same thing yourself. So we have this layout, which is sort of a heat magazine type layout. You have sort of these teenage type things going on here. We have a photographic journal type layout here, which is got a bit more space to it. It's sort of big block colors. And different typography to sort of give people a bit of an impression of style or class. You have this, which is a bit more of a darker magazine, maybe a sort of men's magazine. It's got this contents thing here, so there you go. You have maybe more of a magazine that would be for Greenpeace people or animals or garden centre, that kind of stuff. So we have big block colours here that contrast each other and complement, so that's fine. And then last we have maybe some sort of car magazine type thing. And here what's interesting is we have a double page spread that has elements that are protruding from one page to the next, which we'll show you how to do. So if we start with the heat magazine one, this is primarily made up of image boxes and shapes. So if we select this image here, this text here, sorry, and we just delete this, we can see that really it's been put on top of a oval shape that's been inserted via shape oval. And I've coloured it blue, I've given it a white border, and it's had a drop shadow applied to it. Same thing here, it's just a yellow shape. Hasn't got a border, but it's still got a drop shadow, it's been made yellow. And that's been copied and pasted to here as well. This is not a shape oval, but it's actually an image box oval, which again can be sort of changed here if you wanted to. It's got a drop shadow. Interesting thing about this is that this bar here is a shape layer, this bar here is a shape layer, and this bar here is a shape layer, just to sort of break up the layout a little bit. But you've also got drop shadows applied to these shapes with the images below to give that sort of sense of depth that you get on pages. Again, you have another image box here that's been rotated with a drop shadow. Okay, so moving on, if we go to this next page layout, which is the photography journal, this has got a lot more space to it. And the actual colour of the pages is this grey colour. And on top, we put these different shapes on. So you have this shape here. I think actually this is a white page because there aren't any shapes at all. And we have just different text boxes that just build up the text in a very subtle way, still retaining that kind of space, but giving you more of a sense of air, more sense of room. This probably would be something that you'd have on an index page or a contents page. Okay, gone to the next page. This is actually a contents page, and this gives a breakdown of what the rest of the book has to offer. This is much darker. It's to contrast the previous layout. This is probably more a men's magazine, I think. You have sort of the red text with the white text and the black backgrounds. This is very simple. It just has a few images. These two have borders applied to them. This one has no border. I've used a few shapes here just to sort of build up this little bit of a jutter before the actual contents text, which is sort of much heavier than this text here. Okay, if we move on again, we have a much more casual type of layout. This would be more suitable for people that, you know, really like colour, really like bright colour as well. We have these different pages that sort of contrast each other but also complement. You have this image box here that has a border colour that's the same as the background colour of here. What I've done here is I've set the background colour of this page to green, the background colour of this page to orange, and I've just put images on top and reduced the opacity of them. So that's what I've done there. In fact, these are background images that I've just reduced the opacity on. And the last layout is again probably a men's magazine type layout. And again, what's interesting about this is I've taken two major shapes, which are oval shapes. I have placed, so you got this background color of dark gray, and I placed a big oval shape of a white oval on top of this, and then on top of that I placed this grey oval just to give this sort of sweeping shape. Because this oval is the same colour as the background, the only real shape you see is this sort of white shape that looks like it's sort of cut out of these two, or maybe that these two have sort of been cut out of this white shape. Again, I've just used a few shapes for this jutter, a few different colours of type, a few different type fonts, and just a few images with borders on. No drop shadows, again, very simple. And I think all of these layouts sort of illustrate the use of shapes to help you build up layouts that are more interesting than just text and image. And they also sort of show that the amount of variation that can be done in this software is quite broad. The amount of different effects you can get are quite interesting, and really the software itself is very simple to use, very easy to use, but it can provide you with almost any layout effect you'd want. And that just about wraps up this training series for the PhotoBook software. Thanks for watching, I hope it's been informative and interesting, and I will see you again soon. Thank you very much, bye bye.